Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Let me ask you a question, as usual. Can you see your future? Can you visualize exactly what it is that you want in your ideal life? Today, we're going to talk about the power of vision boarding. Now, if you've ever created a vision board, you get it. If you've never created a vision board and you're like, it's a bunch of woo woo and that kind of stuff, I'm here to tell you, vision boards are all about your energy. So when you think of anything that you're doing, let me bring my microphone over because it wasn't on. When you think of anything that you're doing, when you think of your goals, your business goals, your life goals, your aspirations, everything that you want, the more you can visualize it and really pull it into your being, the greater the energy. So, for example, if you are looking for more money, which a lot of people are, if you are not on the vibration and frequency that money is on, because everything is energy and everything has a vibration and frequency, if you're not running on that money frequency and vibration, guess what? You're not going to attract money. If you are, money is going to come easily and effortlessly. Do you ever meet one of those people that just always wins the lottery? They're running on the vibration of the money and the winning, and so they are. And you say, well, I never win the lottery. Well, that's why, because you're putting yourself out of the energy and the vibration and the frequency. And that's kind of how vision boards work. So when you think about vision boarding, it's all about putting those goals into pictures so that you can see really what's going on and you can feel it. So when you create a vision board, it's not just about the pictures you put on it. It's about seeing, feeling, tasting, smelling. If you close your eyes and think about that picture, can you see it in your head and actually imagine yourself in that spot? That's how vision boarding works. It is all about the energy. The more energetic you are about all of your intentions. So when you create intentions, goals, your aspirations, everything that you want out of life, that ideal life that you're looking for, when you go and create that and you put the vision behind it and you look at that vision day in and day out, not just going, oh, I wish I had that, but with the intention of, I'm already there. I can see myself sitting on that beach. I can see myself in the car that I want. I can see myself with a successful business and all of the clients who are calling me and all of the stuff that we're doing and how I feel when I'm in there. When you can put all of that together, guess what? You start attracting everything that you need to make it happen. That's how energy works. When you're running on the frequency of what it is that you're looking for, it comes to you in one form or another. So if it's money that you're looking for and you're running on that frequency and you're playing the lottery, then if you're on the same frequency as that is, then guess what? You're probably going to win. And people do it all the time. I have a friend who's like that. And every time he plays Keno, he wins. Every time I play Keno, I lose. Why? Because I expect to. It's the frequency I put myself on. And I know this. When it comes to creating a vision board, what you want to do is you want to look at all the areas of your life. Now, you can create a vision board, a targeted vision board. So, say, this is my business board. This is my vacation board. This is my family board. This is my finance board. Or you can put stuff on one board. Now, what do I mean by a board? A vision board itself can be a poster board. It could be a wall in your house. It could be um, one of those little tack boards where you put the thumbtacks in and you tack up pictures. Now, you can also do an online board. You can use Canva, or there's all kinds of free tools out there to create vision boards. Little caution there. An online vision board doesn't necessarily work as well as one that you physically create. Why? It's just like we've talked about before with typing versus handwriting. You're only engaging one side of your brain. So even though you're seeing the vision and you're creating that board, and maybe you put it as a backdrop on your computer or something, so you're seeing it all the time, that act of actually physically creating it increases the energy and the vibration. So if you're thinking about a vision board, I strongly suggest you do it physically. And it's a lot of fun, even if you're not an arts and crafty person, just like me. So yes, yes, Cheryl said it right there. Handwriting uses both sides of the brain, and that's exactly what you're looking for. So you want to make sure when you're handwriting something out, you're using both sides of your brain, where you're using that logical and creative side. And when you're typing and even pulling pictures and stuff like that for a vision board, you're only using the logical side of your brain, and you want that creativity built in there, especially if you're doing a vision board, right? So when you think about a vision board, what goes on the vision board is up to you. What is it that you want? The first thing that you do when you create a vision board is not create a vision board. It's actually sitting down and writing out, what is it that I want? What is my ideal life? Where am I right now? And where do I want to be? Do I want a bigger house? Do I want to travel more? Do I want a better health? Do I want, whatever it is, that's what you're putting on your board. You want to write it out first, because you're going to give everything intention as you add it to your board. So when we talk about the energy behind it, it's not just about going out and cutting a bunch of pictures out of a magazine and getting a glue stick and slapping them onto a piece of paper. It's about picking them with intention and making sure they're closely related. So if there's a car that you want and a car that you really want to drive, go to a dealer and go sit in that car and have somebody take a picture of you and put the picture of you on the board in that car. The more you can make it real for you, the better. The more energy you put behind it, the closer you get to that vibration and frequency, the faster, right? So there's a bunch of different areas for ideas. And it's, it really always starts with, finance, the money and that kind of thing. Where do you want to look like there? So if you want more money, you might put pictures of money or you with something that you really want that money provided. Your work and career is another area. If you want more clients, pictures of you working with happy clients, or, if you don't have a picture of you working with happy clients, you go out and you find a picture of, somebody who is doing what you do, working with happy clients, and you put that on your board. Your health and fitness. How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? Is there something going on there that you want to improve? If you want to go out and, do some stuff to, exercise and you lose weight or any of that kind of thing, yoga, whatever it means, whatever it is for you, that's what you put on your board. And then there's relationships. What do you want your relationships to look like? And then recreation and free time. Do you like kayaking, golfing, hiking, doing puzzles with friends, or whatever it is? You put it on your board if that's part of your ideal vision. Remember, a vision board is the vision of the future. So it's not what you have right now. It's where you want to go next, right? So you can have like this is like the end all be all stuff. This is like the big house, the big car, the perfect body, this, that, and the other thing. You could put all that stuff. It's a far further reach. I strongly recommend creating multiple vision boards. Where's the next step? What's the next piece for where you want to go? Because it helps make it more real in your head as you're visualizing it. You're like, yeah, I can get there. I just a few changes, a few things going on, and I can absolutely achieve that. And the more you start achieving, the faster it keeps coming in, because now you're running on that energy and vibration, that vibration and frequency of what it is that you want. And as soon as you do that, you start attracting it to you. So the next piece of next area is personal development. Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to go do something where you're learning? What are you doing for you to increase your knowledge? Is there something like that you want to put on the board? If you're looking to go to college and graduate from college, it might be a picture of somebody graduating from college with their cap on and that kind of thing. And then there's community and contribution. So, how do you give back? That's another piece that you can put on your board. So when it comes to vision boarding, why do you want a vision board? Because it increases your energy. It's one thing to write down your goals. And I absolutely want you to write down your goals. So write down your goals and then take those goals and put them on a vision board. And what you do is you look at that vision board day in and day out. You put it someplace where you're going to see it every day. And it's not just look at it. take a minute. It doesn't have to be more than a minute. If you can take more time, take more time. But actually look at the board and then close your eyes. Zone into something that's on your board and actually see it, feel it, smell it, taste it, hear it. All your senses get involved here. When you can do that, that's when the magic starts happening, because that's when you really start shifting the energy. It's where your brain starts going, okay, she really wants this. What does she need to get there? And, the universe, God, whatever you want to call the higher being, is going to start putting stuff in your path that you now need to act on in order to make it happen. Vision boards don't just, magically make everything appear. Some people are like, oh, vision boards don't work. I put a vision board together and I got nothing off of it. Yeah, well, you actually have to act. So as you start attracting what it is, you have choices to make. You can choose to go there or choose not to go there. If you choose not to go there, then you basically just told your vision board, yep, no, I actually really don't want that. So that's why you always start out with, what is it that is my real intention for this board? What do I really want on it, my ideal life? And then you go and you find those pictures and you put it all together and then you look at it. Now, I went to, I talked to a lot of people who do vision boarding, that actually teach vision boarding. And I went to one recently where the woman who was teaching it had a really great idea, because, when you think about attracting anything, whether you believe it or not, you can call it the universe, you can call it God, you can call it a higher being, whatever it is, there is something out there, it's the energy. I collectively call it the energy that's out there, that you are getting into that frequency and vibration. And so one of the things that was really cool, and I'm doing on all of my future boards now, because I have tons of vision boards that I've created, and boards that everything that's on them is checked off. Got that, there, done. And my next board that I'm actually going to be creating soon is going to have a border around it. And this was something that she suggested, a border that expresses your gratitude for when the stuff that is in your vision is achieved. And I thought that was the coolest idea. And what it does is it activates that law of attraction. It activates the energy, because you are already thanking your higher being, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, the energy, for coming and putting what you need in your path to achieve it. So if you think about that, put a little border around and express your gratitude. In the person who was doing this course, she just wrote thank you around the border. And it was a really cool idea. Now, I know a lot of people, again, that do vision boarding and teach vision boarding, and I'm going to call out a couple of them right now. And one of them, the first one, is my friend Steve Gamlin. So some of you have seen Steve out here in the group. He is active out here in the group from time to time. He's been on Coffee with Regina, and he does all kinds of stuff. And he created this program called Vision Board Mastery that is absolutely amazing. I remember way back when, a long time ago, when he put the first version out, I was one of his guinea pigs to read through it, and it has evolved to this amazing program. And so I'm going to put the links underneath this post so that you can hook up. He's got a little free, it's the 5 visual sips. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he's got a little freebie there that you can go in to get a taste of what vision boarding does. Because again, it's not just about cutting things out and putting them on a board. However, when you are ready to cut things out and put them on a board, the second person I'm going to call out is my good friend Dee Hample, who is also out in this group. And she has been on Coffee with Regina, and she's been out here, so you may have heard her name. And she created this thing called the Vision Board Box. And it's if you can see it, you can achieve it, Vision Board Box. And this is the coolest thing, because this box is actually has everything in it that you need to create a vision board. And it's very affordable. And it comes, so if I open it up, it's got boards in it, it's got markers in it, it's got scissors in it, it's got glue sticks in it, and it has a workbook in it that includes pictures. And what I said about going out and writing down the information for what you want, it has a whole thing in there so that you could write it all out and make sure that you're creating a board that will actually work. So I'm going to put
both of the links for the folks that I just called out there, Steve and Dee, if you want to check out their information. Vision boards have helped me create the vision of where I am today. And I create a new board at least once a year for where I'm going next. And I'm going to tell you, at least for me, because I believe in them and I act on what comes to me, it's worked every single time. So some things take longer than others, obviously. However, I've got boards from probably 10 years ago that I can go back to and go, yep, check, 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 got it all. Everything that I wanted was right on there because I activated it and I visualized it, and then I took action to go get it. So that's the power of vision boards is like huge. So it's not just about setting goals. It's not just about thinking about what you want to do yet. It's not just about creating your marketing plan, your business plan, or all the stuff that goes along with things. Visualization, when you can visualize it with intention, that's when the real magic happens. So I hope you check out these resources, and we will see you next time on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.